printable activities in a YouTube video, there's a link in the description. So if that's all you came for and that's all you need, there's awesome printable activities here. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what these printables are and some really clever, effective strategies to use them. And if that's all you came for, awesome. You can click that link in the description, get the free printables while this video is playing. And in the rest of this video, what I've designed it to be is me describing some best practices for how to use and exercises to do with these activities. Fluff belongs on a sandwich, not in a video. I'm Chad, let's get into it. So that link that you just clicked is actually all of my free resources. So there's an excerpt to a book Will and I wrote called Ask Powerful Questions. There's Printable We Connect Cards, which is this deck of cards that I made that gets shipped all over the world every year, being used in tens of thousands of schools and organizations, etc. It's a really awesome set of questions. And you can get half the deck for free via that link you just typed in. If you want the full question deck, you're leading a large event, something else, you can purchase them for relatively cheap on the store. There's also a link to that below. So that's the first one. There's question cards. The full version of the cards is easy double-sided printing. So you can have the question on the front, action on the back. And then the next printable, one of my favorite sets of cards are these hexagon-shaped cards that have a quote on one side and an image on the other. And I'll start with these ones. There's an infinite amount of ways to use the We Engage cards. And in the printable direction, or in the printable things, there are direction cards that walk you through multiple different team building exercises. One is called Visualizing Values. One is called Quick Quotes Exchange. One's called Story Swap, and another is called Inspiring Intentions. And I'm pausing because I'm realizing that maybe I liked alliteration too much when I designed and wrote those activity descriptions. But they're really awesome exercises that are really thoughtfully designed to help build your team. So better to be read than described over video, but just the general prompt, and for those of you who haven't used picture or quote cards, they're dummy proof because here's how you use them. Choose a card that represents blank. Pictures and quotes are really great for metaphorical thinking. It's really great to create the shielded discussion for people where they pair up or they're in a small group. And if you just said, hey, pair up in a small group and share something, a unique strength that you have with the group, that's a very vulnerable that's a very vulnerable experience to be just offering that. But if you say first, choose an image that represents a unique strength that you feel like you bring to this team. Then as they share and they're holding up their image to people, what you can do is if you're in a group of 12, they can share the unique strength and then they set it on the table in front of them. And the reason I designed these to be hexagon shaped is you can actually visually build your team by putting together this little honeycomb grid of everybody's unique strengths. So by the time everybody shares, you've got a visual kind of lay of the land. And the cool thing about imagery is that it tends to stick into long-term memory, whereas just language and numbers tend to go into short-term and 13 seconds later leave. Super awesome printable there. The next one's WeConnect Cards. I love this deck of cards mostly because I've learned that questions are a tool that allows us to teleport into some valuable, interesting, insightful moment from the past. They're really phenomenal at checking in with the present, and they also allow people to talk their way into a more interesting, compelling future. And so the cards are split up. There are some questions that ask about the past, some about the present, some about the future, and in the printable, you'll find also a bunch more activity descriptions as well. If this is the first time that we're meeting, there are like 500 other really awesome videos across the channel with tons of icebreaker, team building, facilitation related ideas, and you would love them. There's also info on how to get connected and receive my most recent up-to-date videos every 2 weeks when I send them out. Feel free to find that, and I cannot wait to meet you cross paths in a YouTube comment or cyberspace at some point in the future. Have an awesome day.